The Friends of Reading Tennis would like to congratulate the 2001 boys tennis team on their induction into the RMHS Athletic Hall of Fame. The history of Reading boys tennis has often been overshadowed by Middlesex League powerhouses Winchester and Lexington. Despite a number of high-profile players coming through the program, including RMHS Hall of Famers Michael LaPierre and Jamie Saratani, the boys tennis program and Hall of Fame coach Bruce Appleby went 37 years without a Middlesex League title. Then, in 2001, the Rockets broke through to become the first school other than Lexington or Winchester to win or share a Middlesex League boys tennis championship. Coach Appleby said of his team back in May of 2001, "There are no superstars. We are just strong top to bottom. They are a good group of kids, and that's what it's all about." The lineup featured 3 lefty singles players, Captain Matt Williams, as well as juniors Jonathan Moody and Ryan Tierney. Williams and Moody were 4-year starters, while Tierney was a 3-year starter. Perhaps the underlying strength of the team was doubles teams that only lost 1 of their 36 matches in league match play that season. The first doubles team, featuring senior co-captain Nick Casolaro and Scott Ritter, had an undefeated league season, posting a 17-0 record. In the MIAA individual tournament, Nick and Scott advanced to the North Sectional semifinals, the furthest a Reading doubles team had ever gone to date. Additionally, they were recognized by the Daily Times Chronicle as Players of the Year in 2001. This duo had a historic season and were considered a guaranteed point for the Rocket squad. And the vital role of second doubles was made up of a senior-freshman pairing. Senior Matt Faulkner paired with freshman Jeff Stempeck. They came together in an organic fashion, winning critical matches against Lexington and Winchester down the stretch. Stempeck went on to have an outstanding career for the Rockets as a 4-year starter. The Rockets overcame a difficult 3-2 loss at home to Lexington in just the second match of the season. Displaying a resilience that this group had long shown, they went on to defeat Winchester 2 times and avenged the earlier loss with a win against Lexington. Losing the early match meant that this team would need to most likely run the table in their last 16 matches to capture a share of the title. They responded in a calm, driven way and let their tennis and teamwork lead the way. It was just a month into the schedule, but the season was on the line in their rematch at Lexington on May 7th. The Rockets prevailed that day 3-2 in a notoriously difficult place to play. The first doubles team naturally won in straight sets, but the highlight of the afternoon was the second singles point. Jonathan Moody turned the tables on Gaurav Luther, who had beaten him in their first meeting, with Moody winning in straight sets. Reading clinched the match in front of a large contingent of Reading fans surrounding the court, with the second doubles team of Faulkner and Stempeck coming back to win in 3 sets, 5-7, 6-2, 6-1. With the victory, Reading's march to the title was back in its own hands. The title was essentially clinched when Reading went into Winchester at the vaunted Packer clay courts and defeated Winchester 4-1. The doubles teams both won in straight sets by identical scores of 6-4, 6-3, while Moody and Tierney had grueling 3-set victories at number 2 and number 3 singles, respectively, capping a decisive 4-1 win that afternoon. The final 3 league matches, as expected, were a breeze, as they only lost 2 sets of the 30 played against Burlington, Watertown, and Stoneham. With the win over Stoneham, history was made for the 17-1 Rockets as they became co-champions of the Middlesex League alongside Lexington. In the MIAA Team Sectional Tournament, Reading beat Malden for its 17th straight match win before it ran into a talented Andover squad. The eventual sectional finalist defeated Reading 4-1 on a day that featured a marathon match at first singles, with co-captain Williams putting in a gallant effort in losing 2 extended tiebreakers, and a tough 3-set loss at second singles by Moody. Faulkner and Stempeck had the lone victory, and the #1 doubles team of Casolaro and Ritter suffered their only defeat of the season. This was truly a 4-year journey for seniors Matt Williams, Nick Casolaro, Scott Ritter, and Matt Faulkner. Their freshman year, the team finished 4th. Their sophomore year, 3rd. Their junior season, 2nd. And their senior year, an historical 1st-place finish. As validation to the quality and depth of the 2001 team, 3 of the core players, Moody, Tierney, and Stempeck, led the team to another co-championship the next season, behind a 9-0 second-half record. With the Middlesex League being split into 2 divisions in all sports beginning in the 2011-12 school year, Reading ended up being the only tennis program outside of Lexington and Winchester to win a title under the full 10-team league format. While this was a team of no superstars, the individual accolades should not go unnoticed, as these accomplishments were among the top all-time for the program. Nick Casolaro was the Daily Times Chronicle Player of the Year in 2000 and 2001. Jonathan Moody and Ryan Tierney each won over 45 matches in 4 years and were starters for 2 league championship teams. Matt Williams and Jeff Stempeck each won over 40 matches in their career. Scott Ritter went 33-2 in 2 seasons of doubles. The team included 3 4-year starters in Williams, Moody, and Stempeck. By virtue of capturing Reading's first ever Boys Middlesex League Championship and being considered the school's top boys tennis team of all time, the Reading High Athletic Hall of Fame is proud to welcome the 2001 boys tennis team into its class of 2022.